I'm Zoe, and this is Divinity Within Thee, where we take time to get in touch with the divine. Also, where we express our authentic selves, right? The divinity that's within you is something that you possess naturally, something that you can express that you love to do. For me, I like playing dress up and getting dressed up with people. Okay, obviously, I got striped stockings. This is the sarong, the tie, okay? Now you can wrap it, right here I have it wrapped like this. So you can wrap it and cross wrap it to keep it closed. Obviously, it's my birthday month. I'm being spicy. This is one of my cotton bamboo onesies, okay? And it's got a good cut. It's like a thong cut. Now, if people have asked me about the purple stitching, I do all of my stuff with the purple stitching. But since everything is made to order, you can request for a little bit extra to have a specific color of thread that you would like for your things to be sewn in, which is awesome, right, guys? So anyways, and this one is actually rayon. What I did is I attempted to make this much more affordable. And you know, you can, with all the wrapping and the straps, you can wear it like a dress. You can bring it up and wear it like a skirt like this. You can bring it all the way back around like this. You can bring it all the way back around like this. So it's just kind of like this. People normally like to wear this in the center, so it's more like Grecian or whatever, but I like to wear it on the side. I like to have the waist, I like to have the thing like that, okay? And pearls, okay? And a lot of the jewelry that you see me wear is actually, my friends make it as well, so you let me know. Oh, but first, everybody was asking about what I was wearing yesterday. This is a piece of fabric. This is the piece of fabric. It's just a corner, a little corner that I wrapped around myself. So, yes, I make everything on the spot. And for anybody that's local that's interested in doing some Halloween stuff or ever doing styling or dress up or anything like that, or if you want some of that, that's also some things that I do, guys. Okay, so as always, welcome back. Let's get down. I'm trying different times. It's early. Sunday morning, good morning. So I'm guessing everybody is still sleeping, which is cool because I get to channel your energy while you're sleeping. I get to tap into your dream state. Woo! No, I'm just playing, but actually kind of really. That's real, that's real. So anyways, guys, good morning. Welcome back. I'm feeling really good, really recharged. I've been choosing to stay in and be recharged and stay recharging. And just kind of running that deal or that game lately. Yeah, hope, love, acceptance. Love is yours. Recognize your divine worth. Choose loving thoughts. I was feeling this pink and yellow energy the last few days. Let's get some incense. Let's get some sage, actually. Let's get some sage. One second. Don't really need like a lot. I just need like a little bit. And then I'll do the ears, okay? Calm down. Dear universe, source, creator, spirit, guides, angels, ancestors, we thank you for your presence, for your guidance, archangels, aliens, galactic federation, all of the ancients, the elementals, all of them that are here with the highest vibrational frequency of love and light, with the highest timeline and outcome for all things possible. We thank thee for their guidance, their clarity, and everything. Wow, okay. So we'll go with the Alphears. I've been getting good feedback. You guys love these. And while the hair is only blonde for so much longer, I'll run it because I feel like it goes with the blonde hair. I feel like it goes with the blonde hair somehow. Okay, guys. So, have you been drinking water? So there's so much energy that's been swirling around. If you've been out and about or mingling with people, you may feel like an extra intensity of energy, especially if you're like an HSP, if you're a highly sensitive person, if you're super empathic, if you have any type of higher vibrational frequency like this, if you're like a starseed, an indigo, a light warrior, an empath, a channel, maybe you're like a clairaudient, clairvoyant, clairsentient, Claire, maybe your name is just Claire. I don't know, but there's a lot. There's a lot of different ways that we all receive downloads. Some of us are just more. Some of us are just able to be more attuned to different things. So some people can like maybe they're not hearing voices, but they can hear things, like they're hearing things. Maybe they get a lot of signals, or you get synchronicities through songs, or through maybe you see numbers, or maybe you see signs, maybe you hear things, maybe it's like really prominent when somebody speaks, like words that specifically come out. All of these are synchronicities and or signs from the universe, basically from your ancestors, from your angels, from your guides, your oversouls, basically trying to lead you, attempting to give you the cues that make sense to you, for you to kind of move in a specific direction, or for something to click, to learn a lesson. So a lot of what everybody's experiencing right now, this dark change and this going through the underworld and all this energy, a lot of what everybody's experiencing now is like this, like, what is this? And so what came up for me is like there's like ancient ancestral lines that basically are that we're working with, right? We're still working on karma that they didn't fulfill. Like long time ago, maybe people didn't get to do as much, didn't have as access to as many tools or whatever, to actually heal, to do the work, right? To fix the things. You guys have been drinking water like a fish. It's crazy. If you're a water sign or a fixed sign, so if you're an Aquarius, a Taurus, a Leo, or Scorpio, you're going to be feeling a lot of whatever's shifting right now. But there's a lot of water energy, okay? We have lots going on. And even though Pluto just moved into Aquarius, Aquarius is the water bearer, okay? So this is like where we bear our emotions, where we kind of like get to the bottom of these things that we haven't been able to share or express, or that we've been hiding, okay? Basically, like either we're embracing or we're allowing for the death of. I've been having some wild dreams. Okay. Wow, have you guys been having some dreams? Hi, have you been having some crazy dreams? Radha, Soul Flame, what you may be seeing also. So what I actually was seeing last night, to creep it real, if you may, what I was actually seeing last night was, hello, I was seeing different lifetimes um, as different beings, and yeah, there was some crazy, like, as different beings, as different galactic, like, species and all of this stuff, and seeing different people um, that I was connecting with. Okay, so for some of us, we may be more tuned into what our galactic origins are. If you know what they are, share them so people can understand where we're coming from, right? Um, yeah, I got to see this very, very ancient thing. Look at that at 11:11. We have Radha, Soul Flame, rediscover a lost part of yourself, experience relationship harmony and healing. So I've been experiencing a lot of this ancestral, like a shame or a karma, right? Coming from like Lyran, from Lyra, from planet Lyra, from the Lyran star system, and from, you know, I'm feeling back to something so ancient of when they came, when and why they actually created this planet, and how they earthed this life force here. Seronius, isn't this, are they the soul flame? No, maybe they're not. Express your driving passion, sensual sexual powers are increased. So yeah, they wanted to bring this love or this passion, right? This is basically like the same story galactically that's happening like now in the world, right? Where there's people like, no, there's separation in religion, there's separation in race, there's separation in all of these things, and they didn't believe in that. They didn't believe in inter intergalactic breeding, right? Like interracial breeding or something, right? This was like, they didn't want it. And so it was this thing. And what what was convinced, right, was that no, love is love is love is love, and love will always win, and love will always find love, and love will always seek love, and love will always illuminate and bring that like energy back. And so this life force, right, this soul flame and this life force will come in, because love is faith itself. For anybody to believe in any type of higher power, right, God or anything like this, obviously there's stuff that exists outside of this planet. We would have to be ignorant to just think that, okay? So let me get a bit like metaphysical, esoteric, or galactic on some people right now, but we like planted this, and what I see is like we planted this seed of hope, like this lotus, understanding that even though this is a new way of seeing, even though this is a new era, even though this is new and people don't accept it, and maybe it doesn't make sense to them yet, it's still something, it's still a series of remembrance. It's still, it's something that we know, that we knew, right? So it's something that we're reactivating, we're re-triggering, we're reconciling with, right? Reaccounting, we're re-establishing, remembering, okay? So as we're doing this, yeah, we're facing this fear. We're learning more. Look at Melchizedek. Higher learning. You have learned from experience. More inner study is now required for further progress. You know, as we understand our mapping, our charts, our geometry, our human design, as we understand that all of these are just different maps or charts or designs to help us understand more about ourselves. And the more we can accept about ourselves, facing fear, major spiritual changes are unfolding. This is your chance to soar, okay? The more that we can tear down the veil of illusion that either has been created by the Matrix, that's somewhat created by ourselves, right? Because it's only only the circumstance which we believe is the reality is what continues to persist, right? If we expect miracles, the Holy Spirit, expect miracles. Remember that only love is real. Miracles will occur naturally. Spirit has your back. Okay, so the first thing is universe, source, creator, divine, divinity, God, goddess, whatever you want to call it, right? It is love. First and foremost, it is love. This is what you came from. This is what you're made of. This is your natural state. Okay? You're stardust. You're love. Okay? And it's time to embody that. What does that mean for you? What do you love? What is something that you gain here that just came so naturally to you? That just makes your heart sing? What is it? Where is it? Right? Teacher awakens. You have something important to share. Follow your inner call. Don't let anything stop you. Yeah. Dharma unfolding. Remember that you are on a path. Take one step at a time to happiness. Okay? You know, guys, this energy, yeah, heart awakening. This is where collectively we're hitting this heart awakening, and that's why I'm having so many readings. I know, look at Master Jesus, forgiveness, this Christ consciousness, right? That's why I've been having so many people, I think, that are tuning in, and the energy is like love reading. This is why I believe, is because that's what's happening, right? Is this Kundalini awakening, this heart opening, right? Collectively. Let's get one of these stoic challenges. Oh, wow, it's gonna be this one. These are stoic challenges for every day. These are funny. Do push-ups until you're exhausted. Then do it again. Today's challenge is about freeing yourself from self-limiting beliefs and control over body sensations. Often illusory. Embrace the challenge. Reach for confidence and self-mastery, both in mental and physical realms. The things you think about determine the quality of your mind. Marcus Aurelius. I'll let you guys get a shot. Now, maybe that's why 2 came out, Memento Mori. Okay, so if you can't do this, for me, it's still very hard for me to do push-ups because I broke and fractured both of my shoulders. So certain things like push-ups and squats are very hard for me because I broke my hip and my pelvis. And like push-ups like this, like I can do like this, you know, like, so we'll go to Memento Mori. Maybe that's why 2 cards came out. We pulled this one the other day, but that's okay. I'll let you guys screenshot it. This one talks about life is short. Your time here is limited. What will be your legacy? What greater case will you contribute to today greater than yourself? Or will you be petty, self-absorbed, and eaten up by your nothing? Today, focus on things which matter. What will be your priorities? Do not act as if you are going to live 10,000 years. Death hangs over you. While you live, while it's in your power, be good. Okay, this one actually talks about sometimes just doing an act, doing something kind for somebody, even if you're not getting whatever you want out of it. Like, just do it because someone else maybe could use it, and you never know how you can change that person's day or life or reality. Okay, guys, let's get oh, they're already out here. Let's get an enchanted map. I'm just keep looking at it, so it must want to come out. Let's see what these ones have to say. Enchanted map, enchanted map. Can you hear me? Sorry, I didn't even check in. Can you guys hear me? Okay, yeah, you can hear me. Okay. I can see when people pop up. I can't see. I can now. I can see over here what you're saying. Hello. So this is the Enchanted Map Oracle card. Special gift. Rescue. Rescue. That one came out last time. Look at that. Coming to life. Okay. Metamorphosis. These, like, you guys, I've just shuffled them so many times and I feel like the same cards are coming out that came out last time. Golden Palace. Sacred Pool. Okay. Come together. Okay, guys. So I guess similar messages, and we're just gonna roll with it because this is what's going on. This is what wants to be. This is what wants to be said. What wants to be told. This is not the right one. Rescue. This one came out before. What is it? What are we rescuing? Are we rescuing ourselves? Are we going to rescue somebody? What's going on? You're always safe and secure and free to be yourself. Asking for help isn't easy for many successful people. However, that's what you need to do now as you expand your life. Okay, guys. So if you like what I'm doing, look at that. 2222. All right, my loves. If you want to support, like, share, subscribe, drop a comment. My Give, Send, Go is down below, or my PayPal. So I'm going to ask. I'm going to do what it says immediately, right? You find yourself troubled, you can expect help with whatever issue is at hand now. You need to only ask, and assistance will come your way. Amazing. Let's try it. Let's give it a go. The most important support you can expect is from Spirit. Get into a right relationship with the divine, and you'll see that many conditions line up as if by magic to provide you with all the help you need. Ask and you shall receive. There is no need to fear. Safety is a place within. Amazing. Come to life. Rescue coming to life. I love that. Did you guys know that Zoe means life? Does that mean my rescue is coming? Let's go. Who's going to save me? What are you going to save me from? Save me from all of the evils of this third density, please. Oh, save me. Okay. 29, coming to life. This card is very beautiful. Something beautiful is being born in your life. See, look. When you look at your life, can you see how you've grown and evolved over time? Perhaps you've shed skins or identities and created new ones. Or at the very least, matured in your ideas about yourself and the world you inhabit. You know things take time, and Spirit's timetable is rarely in sync with your own. This card indicates that a long-held dream is beginning to show signs of life. You must try not to coax it along or shape it according to your desires. Spirit knows the best form for the manifestation of this dream, and your life can become even better than you could possibly imagine. Now is the time for reverence and awe. Allow the contours of your path to be carved by the hands of the divine. All you have to do is show up. Show up for yourself, guys. Then we have Metamorphosis. I don't know these cards well enough. I just started using them, so. You are in the process of deep and beautiful change. Butterflies earn their wings through great effort. The process of change is often painful, but it is never without losses and sacrifices. If you are to transform from one form to another, a part of yourself needs to die. Letting go isn't easy, especially when you're used to thinking a certain way about your life and how you live it. Just as a snake sheds its dead skin or a caterpillar dies so the butterfly can be born, you are required to release your old ideas and embrace a necessary change so you can live your best life. Perhaps you're being asked to let go of low self-worth, a dream that no longer serves you, a relationship that was draining, or unhealthy habits. Despite your fear, you must accept that this is a transformational time for you. There will be some loss involved, but you'll love what you become. Ooh, the Golden Palace. Look at, they're all right next to each other. There is always enough, okay? This is something really important, okay? For those who stay in this lack or fear mentality. The Golden Palace card represents good fortune, ambitions fulfilled, wealth, and prosperity. It may also indicate emotional fulfillment, as perhaps you're entering a time of happiness that's long overdue. The message here is that self-worth isn't measured by what you have, no matter how abundant your life is. Instead, it comes from what you are, how authentically you're living your life, and how much love you're willing to share. Granted, receiving this card does indicate material gain and a furthering of tangible rewards, but things come and go, and knowing your true value leads to even greater riches now. Share the wealth. Make you 10 feet tall. You won't fall down. Push it all together, make it 10 feet tall. You know, if the music isn't live, if I can't hear instruments or someone singing or doing something like that hasn't been like super produced or recorded, like it's like almost like a disharmonizing frequency for me. Like I need some analog with that digital or some real. Does anybody else feel like that? Anybody else feel like that? Put a heart or a music note. Like I'm so been on this. I have to do like I do classical music every morning, right? Because the frequency that we're letting in with our friends, with our conversations, with our content, with everything what we're doing, the energy what we let in, if we're tapped into high vibrational beings that are talking about high vibrational things, that are tuned into things and not dwelling on negative things, that's gonna have a huge impact, right? So I like to listen to older music. I like to listen to very vintage and retro things. I like to listen to music that's musical instruments that people are playing, even live shows. I love this. This is like my ultimate. Like right now especially, like the singing bowls, like something, sound frequency that's like alive, that's being produced, because so much of it has been changed. The frequency has been changed from this frequency of love or the heart space, the same as like what they did with Hitler, right? What Hitler was doing to change the frequency. That's when they changed it, right? That's when they changed it in history. In his story. Guys, bad boys. So anyways, when it was changed, they changed the frequency so it actually makes people want to work, or makes them more like, riled up, and so this is a very interesting, as we're listening to actual instruments, most instruments are tuned to actual real sounds or frequencies, which is why it's so important, for me at least, to each his own. So the sacred pool, 47. The world is a reflection of your thoughts, feelings, and beliefs. Embody the love you wish to see in the world. And so maybe that's why I like that. Maybe I'm just like, I want organic things. I want people that can create, who can make music, who can make things, who can build things, who can cook, who can do, like that is like the vision of my world. Like I don't need everything to be automated. I want to know what it's like to be alive. Like I am life. Zoe, like when I read in this one, Zoe, the tree of life. of knowledge, of good, of, you know, like I can contain all. When you look into the mirror, do you like what you see? The Sacred Pool card asks that you focus on self-love and self-esteem. We're all works in progress, so a detached self-examination made with rigorous honesty is called for now. Reflect by the sacred pool and be at peace with yourself. Can you see how far you've come and how magical your life is? Do you notice the spark of the divine shining through your eyes when you're conscious that you are the embodiment of the spirit? It becomes easier to respect yourself and act in good consciousness. Then you reap the greatest rewards. Remember, you reap what you sow. I sow a lot of beautiful creations, so bring it, bring it. Your unique service to the world is not only needed but celebrated. See the love within you and know that if you cast it upon the waters, it will return to you tenfold. Be at peace, for you are beautiful and loved. Act with surety and confidence, and success shall be yours, whatever your inquiry. Okay, so what is your inquiry? What are you attempting to be successful at? Okay, then we have 8. We don't need nothing anymore. Come together. Love needs to be shared. Love needs to be expressed. Drawing the come together card is a sign that you're on the path to discover the nature of this emotion in all forms of expressions: romantic, familiar, unconditional, spiritual. In each instance, there is another being involved. Love involves a give and take between you and a significant other, a relative, a friend, an animal, and or a spirit. This card assures you that love has come calling and seeks to partner in its dance. Know that you are cherished. Like a magnet, you are attracting love into your life. This is the time for harmonious, caring partnerships. Okay, so for many of you guys, you've been calling in better community, better partnerships, better connection, better connectivity, okay? And again, this is going to start first by our embodiment, right? Our personal embodiment, like what we're embodying within, what we're projecting as within, so without. I'm like, I know there's a surprise coming soon. I can feel it. Oh my God, my cake. What an awesome surprise. I think it'll be here soon. You know, people, I really appreciate all of the love and support from my dear friends, from everybody that is like pushing me to be in loving space, to still come out and share, even though, you know, sometimes we don't want to share, right? I would like to start this. I will start soon the narcissistic thing. I'm trying to like set it all up because I want to do it very comprehensive, so it's not like really long videos like when we're tuning into energy here, but so it's more so you guys can understand, so you can see how to work with the signs and the signals and how to notice ahead of time. And even I want to also create something that's also like application for the narcissist on how to be more conscious or aware, not just the person suffering from narcissistic abuse. But this is a very thing, and I've been studying it for years, maybe like 15, 20 years. The greatest spiritual shifts don't come through force, they come through freedom. So as we begin to step into our own solidarity, into our own freedom, and this is something that can happen a lot after abusive situations, especially narcissistic abuse. And so this agoraphobia, right, is actually something that happens. Now, this can be a very interesting thing, and if it's really bad, it can turn into social anxiety to where people don't actually want to go outside. And the reason why is after people have been in like narcissistic abusive relationships, um, they are so their nervous system, once we've regulated our nervous system and our nervous system has become calm and safe, sometimes it can be easier for us to not go out. And it is actually like a psychological thing, right, that happens from trauma and abuse. And it's like the difference between how you know the difference between the victim and the narcissist is like the narcissist immediately needs to go out. They need the attention. They need the constant validation and attention from other people, letting them know that they're, you know, that they still have value or importance or something like this, where the person who was the abuse from the narcissistic goes sometimes into this agoraphobia, which is like, I know where my safe surroundings are, right? I know that my safe surroundings are in my own space, right? It's predictable here for me. And once we've regulated our nervous systems after living in years or extended amounts of time in this dysregulation, it's much easier for us to kind of stay in a safe space, to keep ourselves in a safe space. And so I appreciate all of my friends who love me, that have been sending me love, that have been sending me support, that have been helping me to make and create little videos and clips and little things like this since I'm here. And they just want me to feel good and they want me to feel safe, you know? So yes, thank you, right? Thank you for sending me the stuff for my hair, for, you know, for goodies, for ice creams, for cakes, for flowers, for all of the things that people send me or bring me or support, to let me know I am loved and it's safe to love and it's safe to be loved, right? This is a thing. October, and I want to come in and say this because this is things that we need to let go of and acknowledge also before this new moon comes. October is this awareness for Abuse Awareness Month, right? And so something that I think that a lot of people don't realize is abuse isn't just physical. It's mental, it's verbal, it's spiritual, it's emotional, and then it can be physical, right? But it can have an extreme physical effect upon us. So that's a very real thing. And I think that a lot of the times people choose to ignore that, choose to evade that, and that's really what this year has been about, right? That's what this cycle is about. That's what this awakening of this feminine is about. It's not about men being emotional or simps. It's about understanding that there's things that are within us that need to be emotionally addressed and expressed, right? We need to say, okay, I experienced all of this. Like maybe you need a safe space to just share that you experienced all of that in order for it to just be heard without judgment, without somebody telling you how to fix it. Like just being seen, just being heard. This is like the biggest thing. And especially for people that are healing, especially from narcissistic abuse, this is number one. It's like their needs, they're being seen, they're being heard, they're being whatever, was strangulated, essentially, was constricted because it was being controlled, it was being manipulated. And so for everybody who's been here supporting me and appreciating seeing me and communicating and doing this psychotherapy with me, I love you and I appreciate you and I respect and honor your presence here and your energy and your support and your likes, comments, subscribes, also your donations and support. You know, you guys, like just sharing your comments and your stories, how you relate, helps so many people that you don't even know. like so many people. Even when I was just like kind of tuned out from people and I was listening to music, like sometimes as the music would come up, I would just see like a comment or two, and like it would change my whole perspective on something that I was processing, something I was going through, the song, anything. Like it would change a lot of things for me. So, you got this. Keep going. This new moon is going to be very intense, and if we haven't faced these things that we've been making excuses for, whether it's for ourselves, for our partners, in our relationships, in our productivity, whatever, if we haven't faced it, we're gonna feel it come dark. My true safety lies in my capacity to align with the love of the universe. Again, yeah, I love this song. Tell me what you're running from, everything and everyone. So, and that's why, like, I can be happy to be here in my space because I have all the things to be able to be creative and to feel good. Like, um, it's not that I have social anxiety, it's that I'm a highly sensitive person. And since I'm so clean and so clear, my psychic, intuitive, and medium channel is really high. So not only do I sense what people are saying that they don't want to be saying, like their inner thought, like I basically tune into people's not only subconscious thoughts, but also like their guides that are around them. They start talking to me. So I'm hearing ancestral trauma and do you know? So it's like all the shit that people haven't dealt with that they're trying to figure out. And I pick up on all of that. So for me, I value people that can be in a closer, more one-on-one or a smaller group of people. You know, like I can't. I've had a few people that have sent me mixes, and thank you guys, everybody, for sending me music. I love it. Um, for me, I'm really having a hard time listening to any electronical music or digital, whatever. It's really it's not the frequency. It's not the frequency. I need like I said, I've been listening to like classical, reggae, you know, more like chill music, like musical um, stuff that I can like sing or hum or scat to. Because your frequency, also, each person is like their own instrument, right? So the more you talk or sing, the more you hear your voice, the more that tone is meant to heal you. Your actual innate tone is meant to heal your body. It's been made at the perfect resonance or frequency for you, sometimes for other people too, but imagine that. So talk to yourself more, or to other people that will listen. Don't be a narcissist, but feeling good will bring me far more than whatever I thought I needed. So yeah, remain in the state of play, remain in the state of joy, right? And that's why I'm just like, oh, I can go out and deal with all these people. You know, like I really wanted to go to this drum and bass, but I wasn't feeling like my soul was like, no. Because when it's time to rest and recharge, or when it's time to drink water, or when it's whatever, like, do you know, like that's not, you're far. And it's not where you want to be, and it's not what you want to be doing, actually. Like, stay in creation space, you know? Don't not be social, but like also find ways that where people can figure out a way to either meet in the middle or something, you know? Because for me, I'm not really, I'm not liking like I'm not liking the club environments. I'm not liking like the DJ vibe. I'm not really like it's too much. Too much electronic, too much digital frequency for me. It's too much. Not my vibe. I need like actual songs, actual lyrics, like something more, something that's like older, or mixing in more older or digital, or working with like records or something like this, you know, where it's actually like where I can feel it or hear it, where it's like the frequency hasn't been changed. It's fucking me up. I'm just super not vibing. Look at that, 444. Yeah, and we can change. We can move on from things, right? Yeah. I accept that good things come easily. I'm a super attractor. Yeah. I'm just, to each his own, right? We can all find different things that feel good or that we want to be doing. But when you know what's not for you, what you shouldn't be doing, right? Don't do it. Stand your ground on it, right? Don't go down a path that's going to make you unhappy later. Just because it might make someone else happy or just because someone else offered it to you, don't feel obligated, okay? Now, generally, I do, like, if people invite me places, I will generally go. Like, that's all it normally takes is, like, just to invite me. Maybe it's, like, my ancient ways, maybe. Maybe I'm a vampire. I always joked about that. Hello. Hey, sis. I always joked about that when I was younger. Maybe I was a vampire because I was having all these... I was always nocturnal since I was very small. I can remember even when I was like maybe 6 or 7, something like this. I must have been in like second grade, and I was studying bats. They were like one of my favorite animals, and I was like, oh my God, like everything all of a sudden like clicked for me. It made sense, right? Because I'd always get in trouble for staying up at night, for being up all night. I'd always just be like, talking to myself all night, like with my dolls, having these like intense conversations, and obviously just like spirits and stuff. But I would just be like, oh my God. I told my mom, like, I came home, I was studying these bats, and I told her, I was like, oh my God, I figured out why I'm nocturnal, or why I'm up every night, because I'm nocturnal. There's nothing wrong with me. I'm just nocturnal. Like, I'm just one of these nocturnal creatures. That's why I'm just different than you. I'm just different than the rest of you. And I was like, doesn't that make sense? And I just like brought her like all of the evidence of like why it made sense that I was this nocturnal creature, and why it was okay for me to stay up at night. And it was okay because I was supposed to sleep in the day. That was nice. That was ideal for me. She had a good laugh about it. I don't know that she was all about it. I am Zoe. Nice to meet you. What is your name? Musa? Miss Sayari? Musa? Nice to meet you. Oh, first we had these 6 of swords, okay? So we're moving away from things that maybe were not emotionally stable for us, right? We're moving to this other spot. We're moving in this space where we understand that we're creating what we're bringing in for ourselves, right? We don't need to keep thinking about all of our options. Now, this is where we get out of balance, is when we're indecisive, right? When we're just like letting everything go with the flow, and when we're indecisive and not making a decision, all right? This is when things become... Musa, nice to meet you. From Indonesia. What island are you from? And this is when things get out of balance, right? Is when we don't make a decision, when we stay out of balance, and when we're thinking about too many options, okay? When we think about too many ways that maybe, too many options, too many ways that we can be making money, or how to do things without, easy money is what I'm hearing. So for some of you guys, easy money is not a thing. Money comes with persistence and work, okay? It comes with putting in effort. It comes with following your passions. For some of you guys, could be from trading in for some money, which isn't good, okay? Because then you're defiling the Empress, right? So, yeah, and you're not getting for temporary pleasure or passion. Yeah, that's gonna leave you. That's gonna leave emotional scarring, right? See him walking away, and yeah, it's just gonna leave emotional scarring. Foolish. Okay, got to move on from that. Time to move on from that. So yeah, so you guys are moving on from that. You guys are moving on from things that are emotionally you know, from words, from actions, from situations, right, that were emotionally unstable, right? You like, from anybody who wants to treat you, your dream, whatever, as an option. No, that is not your lover. You want the lovers? It's not someone that's just gonna I mean, mostly speaking, most people that fall into deep, deep love, or that are actually in love or have some type of emotion, most men, the way that they work is the longer it takes for them to actually have the interaction, it means they're actually willing to work for it. If they go for it right away, then they know that it's easy and free to them. And they don't have to give you anything because they already got it. Because they already have an action. They can show up like a page. They don't need to show up like an emperor. So, yeah. And there's no real passion in that. Yeah. There's no longevity. There's no sustainability. Okay? So bless you if that's what you do for work. Was find a new job. A lot gonna create. There's gonna be a lot of fighting and a lot of work that's gonna come in, and you're not gonna get that. You're not going to get the love you think you're going to get. You might get hung up, stuck in a situation where you might need to actually defend yourself. Yeah. And this could be completely ruining your future, your dreams. And you're not going to have anything waiting in the future. No love. It can keep you stuck up. No happy ending. Damn. Okay? So, everybody, keep your energy sacred. Think about everything that you do, every move that you make. Think about how it is sustainable. What that action is going to do later on down the road. What is going to unfold from that? What is going to happen? And you will be able to clearly move away and be in control. If you're not in control of primal needs or actions or whatever, if you don't have the ability to be in control of your spaceship or your spacesuit, then you also don't have the action to offer anything but heartache, because you're chasing this, because you're chasing lust, because you're chasing attention, and you're being weak. You're showing that you don't have the physical strength, right? This is physical. You don't have the physical strength, and you're not willing to take the action that it takes to step into this position, okay? Now, that can be for male or female, okay? The Emperor is a whole energy, right? I'm out here fucking rocking Emperor energy as a female. Until my Emperor shows up, I'm Emperor and Empress. That's how it is. I'm not impressed unless there's longevity. Nothing less. Look at that. And that means some shit is going to have to end. That means some people's lesson wasn't learned, and it's going to be learned. There's some shit that's going to destruct, and you about to get your lesson learned. You thought that it was nightmarish and obsessed. You thought you put in work. No, you didn't. You didn't think about your actions. You didn't think about maybe what actions that you were going to do. You didn't think about the deception or the illusion, or you did and you didn't care. You wanted to rock that third party shit anyways. And now you don't know why you're stuck in this mental construct, or why this person Other people may be upset because it's not even a judgment call that needs to be judged anymore. It's just like literally like this is like ancestral slap down, right? This is like the ancestors judging you. Like this in reverse means like, bro, like like you ain't even going to trial. You weren't even, you were straight boldly fucking doing it. You know, you were sneaking and hiding and being manipulative and pretending something else. Lying about your emotions, lying about the path that you wanted to take forward, lying about wanting to connect or union. All you really cared about was this, okay? For some of you guys, you're gonna feel a lot of passion. Again, we're gonna come back to there will be multiple people that will enter right now, okay? Some are coming back because they had a missed opportunity, all right? And they're being stubborn, or they're being rude, or they want to fuck you and fuck your shit up, okay? They're not this. If they try to offer this to you, it's going to be false. There is somebody else that has been working hard that wants to come in. Yeah. That wants to come in, wants to give you this stability, wants to offer this cup of love, maybe has tried to offer a cup of love, wants to actually come into union with you, change your life, change your stars, right? Somebody you could have been waiting for a long time. Maybe they've been waiting for you for the right time for a long time to offer you this cup of love. They see you as this 10 of Cups. Their happiness, okay? We have the 10 of Pentacles, the 10 of Cups. We have the Page of Cups. We have the Star. We have the Wheel of Fortune. We have the 3 of Wands, the Ace of Cups, the Knight of Cups, okay? This is somebody that's serious, okay? This is somebody that's serious, and they are going to they have been taking physical action. Maybe their ego is a little bit bruised, but yeah. They don't want to fight. They've just been working. Okay. For some, they've been working really hard and they don't want to fight. They want to be able to be in a soft embrace, right? They want to be able to be held, to be loved, to be in a soft embrace, maybe. I hope you have the courage to grow, yeah. Hope you have the courage to grow. Healing, okay? Sometimes we have to lose love. Sometimes we have to, our healing requires somebody losing somebody, somebody leaving us, losing this love, losing what we thought was our, what we thought was on the horizon, right? Our expectations. Some things that we were making or creating or that we thought we were just stating, we took too long, right? Oops. We took too long. We were trying to over-plan instead of taking any action, okay? So the Empress is in reverse, which means the idea, I see, okay? For some, you guys are having to walk away from a person, a place, or a thing. Physical, you may be having to walk away from more than one physical thing. You may have already done it. You may have been healing from it. You may have lost love. You may have lost somebody that you love, somebody close to you, somebody that you may have had plans with. For some of you, it could have been a mother. For some of you, it could have been a child, okay? And for some of you, this doesn't have to be a physical person. It can be a creative idea, right? Yeah, that just never made it into action, right? Never made it into action. And yeah, it just stood there. And it's like some things you can wait and revisit later, and some things like you just have to like move on to something else, you know? Some things if you don't act on them when the universe puts them out there for you to act on them, then somebody else receives that. Right? Somebody else receives that. So divine timing doesn't wait. There is no thing. You know, I posted this someone made this really cool tarot video, and it was talking about that there is no perfect time, right? Time is a human construct. Time is man's construct. This is what keeps you from having your wish fulfillment, is one, by thinking we have enough time, and two, by calculating things around time, right? That's not how passion, that's not how soul works, that's not how spirit operates. They do have things that are in divine timing in order for us to heal and grow and move, you know, for the work, the karmic to be paid, right? They help us to move away from these old types of emotions. They help us, oops, what is this? Yeah, they help us to get out of this hung spot and to actually learn what we needed to learn. Yeah, and to figure out, to find that balance within ourselves and within the divine, to become the magician, right? To be able to say, okay, now I give and receive equally. Like now I can tap in with spirit and work, and now I can do this and that. Now I can love and create. You know, like finding the balance in all. Finding the love, right? Letting go of being the victim. Letting go of these lower states of passion, lust, escapism, thinking that is our wish or our dream. That's not the emotional contentment. That is a temporary solution to an infinite soul's yearn for connection, for healing, for feeling. Okay, so whether you're doing escapism from I'm gonna judgy Sundays. Here we go. The ancestors say, go get judgy. Tell people how it is. Okay, so here we come, coming in hot. Judgy Sundays right now, live and direct. So they're just telling me, you know, like at some point we have to decide. We have to make a decision. We have to judge what is and isn't in our best optimal forward trajectory, right? What isn't sustainable, what is sustainable, what feels good, where feels good, who feels good, and what wasn't working, right? Not everything that we did just because we were taught how to do it means that it was fucking right. No, it's like the 100 monkeys theory, right? Where it's like, there's all these monkeys that were on these islands, I think in Japan or something. And they were like monitoring them, right? They were watching them to check out these experiments of experimenting, right? Watching them, figuring out what was going on. And so as the younger monkeys, as like the children, the baby monkeys or whatever, little baby monkeys, as these little bambinis were like seeing that they were putting the fruit and dropping it and was going in the dirt, and they were having to like spit it out in order to get to the fruit, right? So then they just realized, like, okay, we're going to put it in the water, or whatever the solution was, right? Whatever the younger one was like, wait, why don't we do it like this? Because nobody ever thought. They just did it the way that they were told. There was never the glitch in the matrix to be like, but what about this other way? Didn't think about that, did you? So anyways, they looked at it, and then after 100 monkeys started to do it, right? Then all of the other islands, all of the other monkeys and all the other species just started to do it. And so they're like, what the fuck? So they did this experiment actually with humans. And they did the same type of study where they did it. Then they showed like a picture or something, and it had like 100 faces on it, right? And as they were showing this picture of the 100 faces, they were asking people in one place in the world, like, how many faces did they find? And maybe like people found maybe like 10 or like 20, 25 or something like this, right? And then they took it to another place in the world and they did it again, right? And so people actually like found a little bit more. And so then they took it to another place and they actually showed everybody where all the faces were in the thing. And then the next time they did the study, like they were able to find them all, and they're like, no shit, this works with people. And so that's how we understand a little bit of quantum mechanics, right? Is basically collective conscious. So when I say this message is for the collective, this is collectively the strongest thing that is coming through, that wants to be brought up, talked about, conveyed, discussed, whatever it is, right? That's the collective channeling. That's what they choose the deck, they choose what they want me to talk about. So judgy SunDays. So they want me to say, it's important. You have to make a judgment call of what is and isn't working for you, what was and wasn't bringing you to this higher vibration. And some people are going to be on that frequency and some people aren't. Some places and some things are and some people aren't. And know what is and know what isn't, and let it be, right? Just let it be. Like, yeah, let go of a lot of this past thing. It doesn't matter how much work you put in. Like, it doesn't matter if you have to walk away from something. If it was existing in the state of deception or lie, then there's no happiness, right? There's no future. There's no future. It's just always a third-party situation. You're always side. Always. Okay? Until you realize that you have to bring out whatever it is that's within you that you are evading, you're gonna keep repeating the same thing over and over again. Gonna keep repeating the same lesson, and it's gonna show up with a different name or a different face on a different person, but it's gonna be the same thing over and over and over again, regardless. So until you get with yourself, and until you're okay with yourself, and until you've created the self-value, not how much you're going to sell yourself for, actual self-value, okay? Then you don't really have anything to offer, right? Except for some fucking, literally, physically, right? What is your value? What is your value that you can hold or that you can share, that is your skill, your talent, your trade, that you can bring into a community, right? What is it that you can share, that you can help, that you feel connected to, that you feel like confident in sharing the message? For some of you guys, there can be messages coming in that you've been waiting for. For some of you guys, you need to come to the realization of something, you know, somebody that you thought maybe was the emperor, or something that you thought was going to go somewhere that you thought isn't going to go somewhere that you thought. For some of you guys, it's just going to cost you a lot of money and extra work and action and extra heartache. So better be honest. The more you're honest, the less you will have this situation, which is losing the fight and, yeah, ending up in this abandonment. Yeah, death. So for some of you guys that are some people are looking to come together. For some, that will be availability. There will be people that feel like they were attacked or stabbed in the back, because I feel a lot of collective energy where people are ending. They are ending contracts. They are ending relationships. They are ending jobs. They are staying detached. They are taking a new path, which took them a lot to become detached from their emotional state and move down this path, okay? And say, no, I'm not going to continue in stuff that I don't feel the love from. No matter how strong I am, I don't need to be strong. I'm making the decision, and I'm calling it what it is. I'm calling some shit out. So a lot of things can come to light. A lot of things may be brought to light for some of you guys. Yeah, for some, this can be like legal decisions. So legal business, legal marriages beginning or ending, contracts. Again, it can be business, it can be housing, it can be lots of things, okay? For many of you, you will be walking away. You need to walk away. For some of you guys, you have already done that, but you need to actually do it on a physical thing, like kind of more completely, or at least stop the foolish thought of believing that you can come back in together. For some, you are going to take the leap of faith and act like the fool and hope that you can come in and establish this new ground and not be under attack and not leave single or not as a lover, okay? For some of you guys, you're like, no, I didn't fuck up. I'm coming back in for this opportunity. But make sure that whatever you offer isn't just of this, can't just be of a substance or something like that. It can't just be dick or pussy, you know? Like, you gotta have something of substance, something of value. And I'm seeing someone trying to come in, and that's how you're gonna know, is they're not gonna have anything of value. They're just gonna have filling these physical needs. So know the difference, right? That's where your judgy Sundays comes into play. Know the difference. Don't be deceived. Don't fall victim to the illusion and end up unhappy and depressed and fucking up your future, you know, and not getting the messages and the real things that you need to receive, and ending up in this mental fucking construct because of some other third party bullshit, because of someone else's actions. Okay, so guys, stay focused. Stay really, really, really focused, okay? For many of you guys, you can be leaving things behind, and it has been very difficult to move on. For some of you guys, you will be physically moving, okay? Or somebody may be coming in to ask you to move. Somebody may be coming in to help you, okay, with these future things, to maybe start a future, to maybe make up for something that they said in the past that did some fucked up shit, okay? Somebody, I'm really feeling this strongly. There will be action that will take place. And if you were wronged, if you are right and you were wronged and you were in the wrong, this is gonna come back around for you, and you're not gonna be able to upstand this. So take it as it resonates. Take which role is yours. If the shoe fits, then no. Okay, then no. You made your decision, right? We're adults. This isn't a mistake. This is decisions that you made. You consciously made the decision. You dug your grave, now lie in it. Yeah. And if you fucked up your fortune, then you fucked up your fortune. And no, just accept that. Take it. Take it as it is. Take it as it may. Okay? For me, my happiness is to know I'm good with myself. Like, yes, I would love someone to do stuff with, but not if they're gonna not if they're not emotionally with me, if they're emotionally somewhere else or emotionally unavailable, not if they're gonna be destroying things, and not if I can see and feel everything. I'm not into it, like some very specific stipulatory things that are happening for this to happen. Because when you fucks with the high priestess, she be knowing everything. Hold on one second, guys. Ooh, I know, I feel it. So something's coming in. Something's coming in. I can feel it in the wind. I said something's coming in. Something's coming in. Someone's coming in. As always, you guys, stay blessed, okay? I choose to be a super attractor and have unwavering faith in the universe. Look at that. Shout out the Fat Freddy's drop. They got me singing. Oh, maybe it's not a solo thing. When I'm turned into the energy of abundance, I become abundant. Okay, guys. Need one of these? Okay, you need one of these. Truth be told, so the more authentic you are, the more you tell your truth, the more you speak your truth, the more you live in truth, and the more you don't operate and do things that are low life You know, the more you move away from things, time to go. Time to move away from things that are not of the higher echelon, right? No place like home. Your home is your temple, right? We've hit a fork in the road, proverbially and physically speaking. The time is meow. Okay? You will call in the right people and the right things as you're doing the right things, okay? For a lot of you guys, you will have soulmates that come in. I will do a love reading because collective loves a love reading, brings them some type of peace or joy. So as always, infinite blessings, love, and light. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and to go ahead and support me with my fundraiser. You guys, I love you. Infinite blessings, love, and light. This is Zoe out. Ciao from Meow.